Greetings to you all. This is Robert Swan speaking from New Zealand, and I am delighted to be part of the 10-10-10 moment. Very, very special in all our lives. And happy birthday, my dear friend, the Green Sheikh, Abdulaziz, who visited Antarctica with myself earlier this year. Ladies and gentlemen, many years ago, I became the first person in history to have walked to the North and South Poles. And on those journeys, I touched many issues that we are addressing today. We walked across ice to the North Pole that was melting 20 years ago, 4 months before it should have been. We walked under 2 holes in the ozone layer, face burnt off, eyes burnt out. We saw garbage and rubbish left in these pristine last great wildernesses on Earth. And that switched me on to be with you here today. And I've learned one thing in my travels around the world and our modest efforts on the contribution to finding solutions on climate change. First, it's really, really important that we are positive, exciting and engaging on this issue, because as all of you know, no one is inspired by negative. So let's not be gloomy and doomy, the world's going to end. No, let's stand up, be positive and move things forward, engage people. For many years now, we've been visiting the Antarctic continent, taking businesswomen and businessmen, young people, great leaders like Abdulaziz, students, all kinds of people from all over the world, including 2 very important countries, India and China. Very important countries as far as our survival here on Earth. So what do we do? Well, first, what we do is try and test out renewable, clean technologies. Technologies which I believe are part of the solution to dealing with climate change. So we go to Antarctica, we test out novel, amazing, leading-edge technology on solar, wind, all kinds of amazing technologies in the most hostile place on Earth, the Antarctic. At the same time, we have a beautiful battleship, we call her yacht. Her name is 2041, and she is, as we speak, coming to see you all in the United Arab Emirates. I will be there. She will arrive in your nation on the 1st of November this year, and I'll be there for a few weeks with the yacht, and we will be engaging, I hope, young people, people from industry and business, because on board our yacht, again, we are testing renewable technologies. We have the first ever solar panel sail, and as we speak, we're trying to engineer a system that will give us cool on board our ship, air conditioning on board the ship, but powered by solar power only. It's a bit of a technical challenge, but we're working on it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps the 2 most important nations on Earth at the moment are India and China. Because, let's be honest, there are over 2.3 billion people in those 2 nations. They're starting their industrial revolution. And we can't, in rich, developed nations, say to India and China, don't have what we've already got. No, what we've got to do is make sure that people can develop, get a great lifestyle, take their nations forward, but not with the same mistakes that we've already made in the developed nations. So we do an awful lot of work in India and China, inspiring young people, especially at universities, to engage on the issue, to put environment on to their agendas, to perhaps even start companies in renewable and clean tech. It's a really important area, and we try extremely hard. Overall, what's important to understand, in my humble opinion, that we mustn't call climate change global warming. Yes, global warming creates climate change, but let's address it as climate change, in my opinion. Here I am in New Zealand, and over the last 2 weeks, they've had the most unbelievable storms and snow at a time of year. They very rarely have this sort of weather conditions. It's been really cold here. So let's not mix up climate change and global warming. In my opinion, what we have to look at are two really important words on this issue, especially in developed nations. The two words are sacrifice and change. We can't go on thinking that the way we live in nations such as the United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom and United States of America, it's just not sustainable. And not being sustainable is not sustainable. So we need to think very clearly, especially in the developed nations, of sacrifice and change. Now, sacrifice is a difficult subject for us all, to give up things. But I'm not in the business of saying give up things. I'm saying let's have the things we've got, but have less impact. So how are we using energy? How many companies are actually developing solar-powered air conditioning systems in your beautifully hot weather in the United Arab Emirates? Not many, because we're struggling to find a system for our yacht. So I think we should have all these bits of technology, but the issue of power is the major problem. So let's look at wind, let's look at solar, let's look at tidal, let's look at all kinds of different renewable technologies and use them. Also, I think we need to save energy. People don't talk enough about energy saving. In so many countries around the world, people just waste energy. And that energy is not our energy, it's future generations' energy. And also, it is, as we all know, causing problems on climate change. So ladies and gentlemen, let's inspire people to use renewable technologies, to save more energy, and think about how we can change a little bit the way we live our lives. It's as simple as that, in my humble opinion. Now, I know that my great friend Abdulaziz will be talking more about some of those issues in his address. And I think it's all really to do with how we feel about ourselves. Are we driving a car that is too big? Are we using too much energy in our homes? Are we not really thinking about renewable technology on our homes? Those are all issues which are really, really important. And I think also we need to really inspire the next generation of young people to engage fully on this issue. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be coming to the United Arab Emirates at the beginning of November on our brave yacht 2041, and I look forward to seeing you all then. So let's be positive, let's make changes, let's put in those light bulbs, let's show leadership, especially to our children, that if we can do it, it then becomes part of how they live their lives. So this is Rob Swan, Message Ends, all the way from the bottom of the world in the great country of New Zealand. Thank you very much.